Right, good morning and welcome back. It's finals day here at the GB9 Southern Masters in Telford. And it's finals day at last. Should be some good pool today. It's the main quarter final between Chris Alexander and Mark Gray. And on table 2 we have Elliot Sanderson versus Michael Rhodes, which we will go to between racks. So Chris has won the lag, and don't know what he's spotted there. Let's go, Marquis, says James Gaskin. So let's see how Chris gets this break dialed in. He's got a good cue ball, you know, and a good one ball. Just missed that wing ball, and this is wide open rack for Mark. Battle of the skipping ropes. Good morning, Cookie. I imagine he's had a sleepless night. Taking his daughter out into the city for her 16th birthday. He'd have been sweating over the readies. He's been having nightmares all night, I'm sure. So both of these good players, obviously Mark, 6 times European Tour winner, former Mosconi Cup winner, World Championship semi-finalist. Chris Alexander, not as well known, but you know he's had a lot of action with a lot of the top boys. Beat Albin Nation in the US Open a couple of years back. Made the last, I want to say the last 32, I think. He comes 17th to 32nd or something like that. So anyway, should be good. And Mark's not quite got into that, and it's going to take a stroke. Have to pull this back to the blue spot. Yeah, hit that nicely. This is where he kind of comes into his own Sundays and just sometimes look a bit ropey through the weekend, but generally just goes about his business. Although if he lands straight in here, he's got a problem. No, it's just pulled up nicely. Just screw down the rail, screw down the side of the table. He's topping it 2 rails, that can't be right. Yeah, no chance. Cookie Monster, no chance. For me this is completely the wrong shot, but you might not have the angle, I suppose. Fall short there, but or fall straight. I suppose you could have played that if you want. I don't know what Elliot's done there. I've just seen out the corner of my eye. Just Mark froze. Well, he's out, and it's going to be 1-0 Mark Gray. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, breakfast morning, Jack. James, you're welcome to come and join me in the commentary box if you're not playing. It'd be nice to see you. Breakfast, I just had a couple of croissants, mate. And I was getting dug out yesterday because apparently I'm really strange. Like, I like to tear my croissants and dip them in my latte. If anyone else has got a problem with that, you can just let me know now. And or if anyone else does something similar, let me know. I'm always up for... Come on, big boy. Oh, fair enough. You say Terry, do you mean Terry Davis or Terry Challenger? There's a couple. Let's go, Granite. Let's go. He's saying, come on, Granite. Morning, Simon. Yeah, Granite looks good. And he's not going to take Chris lightly. As he said yesterday, I think in the commentary box, they've played some money sets. I think they were in Romania. Probably at the Mez, I would have thought. And, you know, it was back and forth for a bit before Mark got the edge. So, you know, no light work here today. This is not a James Gaskin Mark's playing, that's for sure. Challenger. Good player, Terry. But I am 100% against him on this tour, just so you know. Jacko. So Chris Alexander to break, trailing 2 racks to Neil. Morning, Sean. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Granite actually looks all right. Don't worry about Granite. Oh, no one. Like, obviously Chris is praying, but nothing worse than watching a golden break, especially with a 10-plate rack. It's not supposed to happen. So, but it does. Don't know if Mark will let Chris have this back. He's not made a compliant break. Not made points. On table 2, it looks like Michael's going to level up at 2 apiece here, you'd think. He's got 2 easy balls left out in the open. Although he may end up on the 9 literally here. I know he's just about found the gap. So I'm not sure how good a shot that is by Chris, to be honest. I think Mark can easily put this onto the top rail and leave the white behind a 7. Or you can have a go. But I don't... Oh my goodness, he's underhit that terribly. Morning, Jimbo. Hope you're well, buddy. And looking forward to... Well, I will put the scores up in a short while. Oh, actually, I think... Is Ryan playing now? Yeah, he is, isn't he? I don't know. Yeah, he is, yeah. I'll put the scores up and let you know he's getting on in a moment after this rack. Looks a good speed, this. Oh, wow. It's got an extra foot on it, this, than normal, I feel. It's very quick. Cannot take these speed shots lightly. I think Chris might have to play a dump shot again here. Maybe just try and hold the white behind the 3, sending the 1 by the 9 and the 8. It's a bit risque, but I think that's the shot. Can get quite a lot of cover, and unless you leave it short and over the middle, which you really shouldn't. You shouldn't leave too much. Yeah, well, he's kind of butchered that, I'm going to be honest. He's not got the one anyone near over. Been aiming kind of before the middle pocket, to be honest. Hitting it too thin. So just the pot with safety in mind next. Should get nice and tight up behind the 6 here, 2 rails. A little bit of outside spin. Doesn't even have to worry about the 2 ball really. Yeah, that's good enough. He's played it kind of 1 rail, but I suppose it guarantees. Not sure how easy this is. Not sure if he can. He's going to have to go 1 rail across, I think, which is not too nice. I don't know if you can hit the top of the 2 and miss the off in the side. Could be a bit risky. There you go. It's interesting to see how Mark plays this, so whether he just plays the safe. I think we can see. Not sure he can hit enough of the 2 to pot it. So I think he kind of just. You know what? I don't even want to try and call this one because I don't know whether you can stun the white off the rail and snook him into the 8 without sending the 2 too far round. I knew Mark will really know, to be honest. I'm sure he could. Might even go, you see. Yeah, it did go. Tough to tell from the camera angle. So Mark needs to put a good high outside ball on this. I mean, spin this 2 rails. Make sure he's low on the 4. So like between the 7, 8, and 9, and back across between the 4 and 5. And there you go, that's perfect. And now he's got natural shape on the 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, all there, and he like anyone here today is not missing these. That is for sure. Done the hard work, potted the 2, got on the 3, 4, and you're out. And Michael Rhodes is on a pretty simple 9 here to go 3 racks to 2 up against Elliot. Elliot apparently feeling a bit dicky this morning. Don't know what he ate yesterday. But he should have stuck with something bland, I think. Although he's a vegetarian, so his life is full of bland food. Bland, funny sausages. Yuck. So Mark to break, leading 3 racks to nil. Clinical, yeah, you know, and this is what you expect of the top players, to be honest, Pete. It's there won't be too many silly errors, and that ultimately is, you know, that's the difference. He's unlucky not to make the free ball there. It's kind of squeezed out, but he's made points and he's going to have a shot at this one. And he's going to screw into the rail and hold for the free. And probably just wants to come under the 4. So it's all about this one ball, really. This is the key to the rack. If he can just get nicely on his free, get under the 4, all the hard work's done. So just bear down, screw into the rail, maybe a bit of outside English. Oh wow, he's topping it. Wow, I can't believe this. I've got to be honest. Oh, he's gone that way. That's fair enough. Natural position. You know what? I'd have played it into the other pocket and screwed, but you know, there's many ways to skin a cat. It was all about getting a nice angle on the free. I actually feel like he might have to come under the 5 unless he can punch it out. Might be able to punch it out and be happy with the speed, but I think he's going to play it with inside English, come under the 5 and play the 4 in the top left-hand pocket or the side, depending on how he hits it. Yeah, that's good. So now he's perfect. It was all about the one ball. So you can just stop this, yeah. Soft screw. Just stun over a little bit, or roll through, depending on the exact angle he's got. He might just follow through, yeah, there you go. And one railer now, and these are gone. Back to the blue spot, here he goes. And this is going to be 4-0. And to be honest, Chris hasn't done a great deal wrong. And Mark looks in fine form this Sunday morning. Next game at Silly, my old doubles partner. Hopefully he's just as good at English 8 ball. Time will tell. He does like the bright lights. So that's... I think I could be the weak link in this Ultimate Pool Series doubles. But Mark is flying. And unfortunately both table 1 and 2 are racking the ball. So we'll go to the scores. So Chris Alexander to break, training 4 racks to nil, and you know, I don't think he'll be disappointed so far, other than the scoreline. You know, he hasn't done anything wrong. He just hasn't made a ball off the break, yeah, this looks like 5-0 to me. It's all about these first. I know it sounds silly, but it's going to be about these first few balls. It's a bit congested down the bottom here. It's not the nicest of layouts. I'll be honest, at first I thought, this is lovely, but he might have to play the 4-5 combo. So he's got a decision to make here, whether he plays this with check side, 1 rail, and comes back up the line, or whether he... Yeah, I like that, because as you see what he's done there, he can just float across and play the 4 in the same pocket as the 3. So just doesn't want to fall straight. Okay, so I can't believe he's played for that area, but maybe he did. He can just screw across. He does play the game a little bit differently to most. So maybe just has to power this over. Oh wow. Completely the wrong angle to what I was thinking. This is the advantage of being good. You can just does look a bit wobbly in the middle. They do tend you can't hit anything but centre pocket here. Just gonna have a look. Just make sure of hitting the centre of the bag here. Don't worry about the cue ball so much. The 5's just sat there begging. There you go. Ooh, off the back knuckle. Just the right pace. Tell you, Michael Rhodes and Elliot Sanderson is 3 each. And I feel like Michael's just missed a ball by a week and hooked Elliot. So Elliot should, the thing with Elliot, he's just got to not let things like that affect him. And I know he could see it, but only just. He was shaking his head, you see. He shakes his head a lot, Elliot. So I'm assuming Mark's left himself an okay angle here to maybe stun down the rail with outside English, spin it down. Just a little spin. And yeah, it's going to be 5-0 with Mark to break. And it's a bit of a drumming. Just dry breaks, I think. Done very little wrong, Chris. And just been a masterclass by Granite. And he was like this in his... don't even know what it was. His last match on a Sunday here against Darren. I think it was a quarters or something like that, and or maybe it was a semi. I don't know. I think it was actually the quarters, and Darren played better. But on this day, Chris hasn't had a look in. So Elliot Sanderson, and they're both racking the balls again. They're going rack for rack, these lot, and. 4-3 to Elliot Sanderson. So here we go. Rack 6. Mark Gray leading 5 racks to 0. No, look. Sean, trust me, like, when the game's callable, like, unfortunately or not fortunately, whichever way you look at it, like, I love this tour loads. But, you know, we haven't got 100 and plus, you know, semi-professional pool players here. And sometimes you've just got to make it sound as interesting as you can, because you know you can't call all the players' shots here. You just never know what's going to happen. To be honest, we love them dearly, but you know, for me, sometimes this game can be quite hard work to call. Even with Mark, to be honest, because he plays some strange shots. He doesn't play what I would call traditional American pool. You know, his cue doesn't allow for it. You know, he plays different shots and he comes from a different background. He's played a bit of a poor one there, poor push out. So Mark's got to play this. Well, unless he's got a gap, there can't be a gap there. Well, look, as Sean's just pointed out, there's no way I can find a camera angle for this. You need a rolling camera. See, I think he's playing this wrong as well. I think he should play this 2 rails underneath it. You're almost trying to push the 1 towards the top. What would you call it? The yellow pocket, and hold the white behind the 6. So 2 rails with inside English. Try and hit the 1 pretty thick, sending it towards the yellow pocket, and hold the white up behind the 6. So he's just hit that touch. Oh well, he's got away with it. What a roll. Jimmy Greaves. I'm going to be honest, Simon, I don't know if it's sad news, I apologise and wish everyone well who's involved. I can't say I know what you're talking about, but sad news is not good news. So again, Chris needs to try and kick and stick here. So just play this. Try and hit this really thick with a kind of low left English. Oh, no. That's not how you play that, guys. I'm just going to be honest. You need to hit that a lot firmer. You need to give the one a good chance of getting down the table. You know, it's just no. So Mark will play this probably 2 rails across. Oh, he's babied it. I don't like that at all. And that's why he's missed it. If he puts a full stroke on that, he's never missing it. Trying to soft spin it in. No. It's the wrong way, Mr. Gray. So Chris's probably first look at an open rack, and even that's not so simple, the 5 to 6, but if I'm Chris, I'm probably just going to take my medicine on the 5-6, just try and play the 6 long, and I'll play short side of the 6. I'm not trying to do anything too fancy like the 7-8 combo or anything. So see, I think he's had a bit of a howler here. I think he's. Oh, where's my camera? There she is. Sorry, Simon. Yeah, I'm going to be a massive disappointment to you here. I know absolutely zero about football. Some would say I know not a lot about ball. Well, I know a lot less about football, but condolences to his family. You know what? That's clever. He's not pushed a boat out, and he's done what he needs to do to try and stay in this. But again, so Mark needs to kind of, he'd be aiming for, I would say, the Pro Tour on the rail. Hit the 6, 2 rails, so just past the 8, just where the Pro Tour is on the rail, and push the 6 past the 7 and hold the white behind the 7. This is a shot you're not hitting at pace, because if you hit it slightly wrong, you can scratch off the bottom of the 6. So just about finding a nice pace. You want to hit kind of, look where that's, you know, I got the camera free. You're almost aiming for the 6 as it sits on the 6 ball, aiming for the number. So there you go. That's where he wants to hit it. Push it past the 7 and hold the white up behind it. So let's see what you can do. Just a bit of inside around the 8. So he took his time on this, and rightly so, because you know what, he wants to kill this match off. So it's all about aiming at that Pro Tour. So, well, I've got to be honest, if he's gone for that, I know he's giving it the old body shake, but he's definitely not gone for that. He's hit it too thin. He wanted to push it behind the 7 and hold the white up. Mr. Chairman, you coming in with the box for me for a minute? No, he's giving it the old hand remarks like, go away, you must be crazy. I need peace and quiet. He may join us later. Yeah, apparently he's got a cold, so you can leave my little cubby hole, get out, go, be gone with you. So Chris Alexander to get his first rack on the board, and just so everybody knows, Elliot Sanderson just pulled another rack clear, and 6-4 now, and just had it confirmed that the next match on table 1. Oh my goodness, what did you say it was? Adam Ben Smith. Oh, that's it. Adam Ben Smith versus Kurt Weaver. So that's 5 racks to 1. And we'll watch Michael break, I think, on table 2. Why they rack the balls. Well, that's unlucky, isn't it? He's just got far too much into that. See if Elliot's playing that combo. He's not, is he? No, he's just messing. He's just playing with us. It's like, this is a wide open rack. So just land low on the 3. And this is one of them times that you don't mind being straight in on the 4, just pulling back like a few inches, and then you're nicely on the 6. Let's see. I don't know if we're going to get time to watch my shit. Well, yeah, that's okay. Just play a nice natural pace. Well, I don't think we're going to get to see too much of this because Chris is back at the table, ready to break. I'll let you know how it goes on. And again, Chris's break really letting him down here, and Mark's once again got a straightened shot at the 1 ball. Mark can't believe his luck here, I don't think. He's just he's come to the table with a shot at a 1 every time after his opponent's break. It's like almost unheard of. So he won't be complaining. So key shot to the rack here is probably the 3 to the 4. Not quite sure, and I will have a look in a moment when he plays this 1 ball, when he's out of the way. Might have to bump the inside of the 8 here. Yeah, see, and he's lost the cue ball. I think he thought he was hitting it a bit thicker. So, what camera is it? It's camera 3. So that 4 does go in the side, and might be able to just pinch this across the front, front or back. I don't even know what you'd call that, to be honest. Across the face of the 9, soft screw maybe. Oh wow, he's playing for the combo. Wow. Oh, you know what? I'm playing for the 4 again here, but he's got to play for the 3 first. Pay no attention, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I wonder if he powers this in off 3 rails and round for the 9. Just got to hit this quite nicely. Not really hard, but he does have to make. He needs to slow up a little bit, really. Yeah, I'm actually almost like screwing it off 3 rails, to be honest. Coming back for the 4. But so Elliot's gone 7-4 up, by the way, if anyone was interested, and he's broke quite nicely there. He's just managed to stick to the ball, so he's got no shot at his lowest ball. Mark will take this on, I think, especially if you can put a nice stroke on it. He doesn't want to baby it. if you can put a nice high ball, that's it. If you can hit the top of the ball and put a good firm stroke on it and come. Oh yeah, no, you couldn't. So just a safety. No freebies here, he says. No freebies here. This has leaked out a little bit, maybe, I think. I'm trying to work out if I've got it. Oh, no, Mark's just in the way of the camera angle now. So, that puts that to an end. I think he's got an edge of this. He's swerving it a little bit. If you can hit the inside of it, swerving it, and send the 4 round and hold behind the 6, that's what he wanted, really. Not well, actually. Looking at the way he's played that, I'm not sure what he wanted. Chris has played a bit of a howler here. So, yeah, this has not gone well for Chris here. And ultimately, these aren't huge mistakes. Like, it's hard to say this, but we've seen far worse mistakes, and people win matches this weekend, and far more of them as well. But when it gets to the crunch of these tournaments, to be honest, you just can't make them. The big boys are dialed in, and when the money's on the line, you just can't make them. They're just not going to give you the table back. It's over and out. Romeo done. Thanks for coming. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. So 6-1, and this match is finished, really, unless Granite's tip falls off, or yeah, no, his tip would have to fall off. So Mark Gray to break, leading 6 racks to 1, and cruising. Oh, and I'll tell you, Elliot's tried pinching a bit of the pocket he didn't really need to do, and ended up missing that 7 ball. And I'll tell you what, after that break, Mark probably wishes that it was loser breaks, because Chris has stuck the one up every time. Not often you can say that. And Michael Rhodes missed the bank, and Elliott's back in to get on the hill, and can't dog these. Oh wow, he has dogged it. Wow, that is just wow. He has dogged it. He just underspun the ball. I think he should have just put a firm stroke on it personally. Anyway, so Mark's just going to play what is probably a poor push out, really. I'm pretty sure Mark can just Chris can play Finn off the right hand side of the 1 here, and you know, push the 1 under the 5 and the white cue ball behind the 5 and the 6. So not really sure what Mark's hoping to get here. I think he'd have to play a pretty poor shot to not get a snooker here. And well, unless if he's found a gap here, I think Chris's head will be in the bin. But we have no idea. We're going to be relying on body. Yeah, he's left a gap. That's just when the game's not going for you. I don't know what sort of gap. Mark's having a look. You might have to play for the 2 in the side here. Come behind the 2 and the 3 if you can just spin this over. Missed the 9. No, he's not hit Mr. 9. He's hit it full ball and got a love bump. That'll work. So poor push out by Mark, who's kind of, and Chris has been a bit unlucky. It's harder. It was a lot harder to find the gap than it was to. So Mark might. So it could tie this 3 up depending on how he goes into this. I'm not sure if he's going to try and power the 3 ball on and off the rail, or whether he's going to try and soft spin off the finished edge of it. Yeah, no, he's played the soft spin. Gives him the most control. Just it did depend how much he could get to. So if I'm Mark actually here, I may be using 2 to 3 rails coming across it like a little Z shot and playing short side of the 5 here. Don't really want to dice with the 6. So just put a high ball on this and come. Yeah. No, that was the. Don't get me wrong, even if he's on the 5, just a bit unnecessary really. And I can tell you Elliott is straight in on the 9. Near enough for an 8-5 lead on Michael Rhodes. And Chris has got a shot to play here. That 9 is right in the way, really, and it's looming large. Let's try and play this 3 rail short side of the 5. It's not easy. Yeah. When it's not going your way. Got to feel for Chris a bit. I'm sure he's played well to get here. Not really had too many decent chances. And Elliott might have had a nice roll here on table 2. He's potted 2 balls, lost the white, and you can see the 2 ball. Don't know if he can pot it. Oh dear, yes, oh dear. Sean, oh dear indeed. Yeah, and it's played a nice shot on the 2 ball there and got now a wide open rack to put himself in the semi-final of the main event of this Southern Masters. And I did say, him and Adam Ben Smith kind of be my 2 outsiders out of the usual suspects to win this. Morning milky sun. How many suns you got, Jim? You're like me. White sun, yes sun, lovely sun. Have a good day, son. Dear, so Mark looking to go 7-1 up with this 9, and wow, he almost tweaked it. And we'll have a quick look at Elliot just clearing up here for a pretty comfortable 9-5 win, and looks to be queuing well, and he'll be making his, I think, first semi-final of the year. Well done, Elliot. Well, where's that break been all match? It could have been a different story. This must be like, you've waited till 7-1 to get a good break. So, you can let his stroke out here a bit though, you know. He is free rolling because he knows he shouldn't really win from here. So there's not really a lot of pressure. The pressure might mount back if he gets to something like 7-5. There's a long way between 7-1 and 7-5, but you know what? He's probably going to do the first bit here and get to 7-2. I think he should play short side of the 5 here, I think. We've just not got into that enough. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's shorter pace. So he might play this up and down a couple of times, you know. I wouldn't be babying it, but he has. He's played it well. Dave Gray. Go Granite. So just soft spin this out, I think. Yeah, 2 rails, but he has overhit it. Now he's got a shot to play. Oh, he didn't end up over that 9. You know what? That's such an overrated shot, that 7 to the 8 kind of thing. It's kind of, there's no need to go anywhere near that far. You know what? He's queued that well though, unless he's scratched. Oh. Sean Smith, come on, Chris. Yeah, well, he's done the first bit. He's kept Granite off the hill. So 7-2. And nice break there by Mark. I don't think he's going to have an open shot on the 2. But I think he can hit enough of it to bank it back and send the white behind the 4 and the 6. Just needs to make sure of get in there. So just bank this 2 up the table. Oh wow. He can't pot this surely. Can he? No. You know what? He's hit that really badly. He needs to get that behind the 5. He's so lucky there. It's such a bad shot. He's got all that room. if that 2 stops, 6 inches short, he's on that and he's give the rack up. Still, I think Chris can have a go at the 1 rail kick. Just missed a 5. I think he's digging to try and throw this wide. He's got to be very careful here. Yeah, that's not worked out too great. Apart from marrying up the 5 and the 7, but I think the 5 still goes in the side. So Granite got to play a bit of a shot here, dig right into this. Wow, he's really held that. I'm not sure you can believe he's not hit it great. Just so I think he's got a kind of soft spin. You know what he could do? Well, he may be able to do. He's actually come towards the 5 here, 2 rails. No, by the amount of side he's putting on it, he's spinning this right round the 8 and playing the 4 in the. No, wow, it's just babied that. Just babied it. Yeah, actually, yeah. Well, anyway, a couple of mistakes creeping in now after a really great start. So let's hope it doesn't carry on like this, to be honest. So Chris gonna just have to take his medicine here on the 4-ball, I think. He's just gonna have to pull this back with a decent stroke. Try and get as close to the middle pocket as he can, really, without being on the rail, and play the 4 past the 9. And yeah, that's a nice shot. That's a nice shot. So I think if he kind of can find the gap between the 6 and the 9, follow through 1 rail, might have to play it with a bit of inside English to kind of just make sure. So here you go. There's the shot. Oh, I'd like to use the rail there. That's a poor stroke. Not ideal, this, coming off the rail into these nippy side bags on the Rasson. Oh, but he's dealt with that well. Don't know what they were saying to each other there. That's a good shot. And he's doing what he needs to here with a bit of help from Granite. So it looks like he's playing this with inside, 1 rail, so just needs to avoid hitting the 9 here. He's made sure of that, but a bit short. I think I don't think it'll be too much of a problem, but does need a bit of juke care and attention, this one. Doesn't need to get close to the 8, so we can just play this. I wouldn't try and swing this in necessarily. Just swinging it in can help the pot here, but can also miss it as well. So this is for the hill for Granite, and I don't see him giving these this table back anytime soon. So Mark will probably thank his lucky stars here. In all honesty, it's a couple of mistakes starting to creep in, and you know, the sooner we can finish this match, you know, with the fewest mistakes, you know, you can go into the semi-final with a bit more confidence. You don't want this becoming a dog fest, so to speak. So Chris had a really nice break in the last, on his last attempt, I should say. But you know, when you're 8-2 down, you don't expect too much, to be honest. And well, he's made the one ball, and if that 2 slows up, it may pass the 7. But it's a bit of a kind of like a strange, soft screw shot. No, Dave, he's had a few. Yeah, well, that, you know, and Mark took a full advantage of a few of them as well. So, you know what, he's hit that really nicely. Just doesn't want to be over the 8, and he's not. So kind of just screw across to above the middle pocket and back a little bit. Doesn't need to get too. Oh wow, he's babied it. Okay, but it's in, and he's got a shot. So just play this with a high ball. Wants to be the right side of this 5 in the side, like almost straight in really. That needs to bounce. That needs to bounce. And okay, so he's gonna end up playing this 6 at a bit of distance. Unless he's punching it off. Oh, he might be able to punch this off the rail, you know, and back out. Oh, okay. Played short side of it. I'd have actually put more screw and side on that and come back across the 9. I'm not saying he's wrong, to be honest. It's going to work out. He's going to have a natural angle to get on a 7. But he's babied it again. Put a full stroke on it. It's kind of silly errors by both players now. Now, Chris hadn't really done a lot wrong apart from dry breaks for the first half of this match, and now there you go. This is going to be 9 racks to 2, and plain sailing for Granite here, and it shouldn't have been really. Should have been a tough match. Chris is a good player, just too many dry breaks, and Mark got too far ahead. Right, I'm going to go and pop and get a jumper ready for the next match. It's a bit chilly in the old com box, but I will see you momentarily for Curtis Weaver and, oh my goodness, well, whoever Adam Ben Smith. Right, in a while, Crocodiles.